Welcome to Ballin with No Balls.
Our ballless baller of today is American radio and TV journalist Nancy Dickerson. Nancy was working as an elementary school teacher in Milwaukee when she moved to D.C. to pursue her dreams of broadcasting in 1951. After taking a few classes in speech at Catholic University, Nancy was hired by CBS News to produce the radio program Capitol Cloakroom at just 27 years old.
Badass alert, especially considering that media back then was even more male-dominated than it is today.
Hard to believe, but painfully true. Soon after, Nancy was hired as associate producer for the television program Face the Nation. In 1960, Nancy became CBS News' first female correspondent. She was the only woman covering the election that year and the only woman to cover the March on Washington 3 years later in 1963. In 1970, she began her own independently produced program called Inside Washington. And in 1980, she founded the Television Corporation of America, which began producing documentaries for PBS. One of her most famous documentaries was called 784 Days That Changed America, From Watergate to Resignation, for which she won a Peabody Award in 1982. She also co-produced the documentary Being with John F. Kennedy in 1983.
Wow, she produced some insanely cool stories.
Seriously. Her most proud interviews were in 1980 when she was able to sit down with President Anwar al-Sadat of Egypt, Prime Minister Menachem Begin of Israel, and Foreign Minister Prince Saud al-Faisal of Saudi Arabia. She also produced a documentary about women in Arab countries called Islam, the Veil, and the Future.
And she did all of this while raising 2 kids?
Nancy's son John Dickerson followed in her footsteps as host of Face the Nation. When Nancy passed away in 1996, John memorialized her trailblazing work in the book On Her Trail, My Mother, Nancy Dickerson, TV News' first woman star. John did reveal, however, that Nancy's career focus often left him feeling emotionally neglected as a child.
So she wasn't around much for her kids?
According to John, Nancy, quote, did all the right things from the outside, but nothing to bring us closer together on the inside. John used the task of writing a book about his mother's life as a way to get closer to her on a deeper level.
Well, we can't all be Carol Brady.
And even Carol had Alice.
Moment of silence for our dearly departed Brady Bunch matriarchs.
John's book is currently being made into a biopic on Showtime called Hello Nancy that's going to be executively produced by Stephen Colbert and Evelyn McGee Colbert.
Ooh, snaps for the female EP title. Despite any difficulty that Nancy might have faced, it really sounds like she paved the way for future anchors like Barbara Walters, Katie Couric, and Anne Curry.
That she did.
Thanks for joining us this time on Ballin with No Balls. We'll see you soon.